Hey amigos, hope you are well. Carlos Costa with another episode from Urban Beardsman. Today video is about personal Q&A. So question number one, where do you live and what do you do for a living? Well, I live in UK. I grew up in Portugal, however I moved here about 13 years ago. What do I do for a living? Well, I model, I'm also a social influencer, and I work with Beardbrand. I do videos, and this is my studio. Hey man!
Did someone say something about Beardbrand?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Do you want to answer some questions?
Oh yeah! Thanks for asking.
Okay, so what?
Who am I? I'm Eric Banholtz. I am the founder of Beardbrand, and I live down in Austin, Texas. And as the founder of Beardbrand, I help guide and direct what type of products we'll be launching, and of course, help interact with the community and create YouTube channels and really just work to create things.
All right, I've got another question for you. What is your biggest passion?
Ooh, passion! I would say the thing that really drives me in life is being able to create. So whether that's creating products, designing logos, building a business, like when I'm using my creativity, I'm really at my happiest. What about you?
Well, I love traveling. I love the fact of like just going to another country, get to know their culture, their food, their ways. I'm a people observer, so everywhere I go in the world, I like to observe people, the way they live, what they do, their color, their, everything really. So that is my biggest passion, travel.
And as a guy in the UK right now, I can also agree with that sentiment. It's traveling is a good choice. But on the other end of the spectrum, question number 3, what do you hate?
Well, what really pisses me off is when you're having a discussion with someone and you know they're wrong and you prove them they're wrong and they don't admit they're wrong. They just keep going. That really drives me crazy, and I will exit the room.
Yeah.
I'll leave it there.
It's just so frustrating. Like there's like a wall.
Exactly. It's just like a brick wall.
Yeah.
It's the saying.
Luckily, I personally have never been that way. I'm sure my wife would disagree. You?
That's the thing. I think the main reason why I hate it is because I used to be like that.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and so I see sort of a mirror in there, and that's why I hate it.
Well, the good news, you're no longer like that. So there's hope for everyone, right?
There's hope for everyone, exactly.
Me, I hate politics. I cannot stand it. I don't care if it's, one side of the table or the other side of the table. I avoid it at all costs. I turn off the news. If they're talking about politics, I leave the room if people are talking about it. Of course, my wife, my business partners, they all know about it. Like, if you ever want to get, like, under my skin, just start talking politics.
You want to get Eric out of the room? Just start talking about politics. Get rid of Eric. So I've got another question for you. What are your favorite YouTubers or YouTube channels?
Oh, man, I subscribe to a fair amount of YouTubers. I spend a lot of time on there, and there's some great channels. Probably like going back to my creativity, I follow a lot of creative channels. So there's Ray ORTEGA, there's Curtis Judd. These guys are audio guys, so they help make the sound better in our videos. And then the photography guys that I love following are David Thrope, has the greatest narration I've ever seen. And then Microchromatic is another great photography one. But in terms of the big YouTube channels that the guys you've probably all heard about, BROWNLEE, I love the tech stuff. His videos are incredible. And then, of course, Who out there is not a fan of Casey Neistat?
Talking about Casey Neistat, I don't really follow a lot of people on YouTube. I do search on YouTube, but one guy I like to watch is Casey Neistat. I just like the way the guy composes his videos, the way he talks, and he just got that charismatic way.
Yeah.
So he's probably the one I watch the most.
Yeah, he's got a great life. And a funny tip, I actually rode in college with his brother Dean.
Wow.
So yeah, Dean shared me his one of his first videos about the iPod battery way back in the day, and I was like, view number 100. So I can authentically, in true hipster fashion, say I was watching Casey Neistat before anyone else was.
Oh yeah. Well, I've got one more question for you, and that's question number 5. Tell us about the relationship with your family.
Okay. Well, I've got a pretty small family. It's my wife and my daughter, who is a little toddler right now. So she's about 2.5 years old. She's the cutest little button. And my wife and I have been happily married for 10 years.
Wow, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. Of course, I've got parents and brothers and sisters, but my core family is really my wife, my daughter, and my dog, too, is a big part of my family. You?
Well, myself, I'm engaged, not married.
Huh?
Never been married. I do have a daughter. She's 11 from a previous relationship. She's all tall.
Yeah.
You met my daughter. You've
Yeah.
seen how tall she is. So like I said, I'm engaged. We get married next year, and we live together. So this is my family now. Like yourself, I've got brothers, sisters. Actually, my sister lives with me,
Huh?
and so I've got some closer family with me. But the relationship is quite cool. We all lay back and we kind of like the same stuff. So
As always, thanks for watching.
thanks for subscribing. Stay cool.